Good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. What's up, Joe Boo and Joe Bear in the house? And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, you know it's not working without you guys. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up this morning, guys. Wake up. Well, here we are. We are 1 week away from conference championship and knowing who is going to be in the Super Bowl. You know, it sucks. It sucks when I think about our Dallas Cowboys. How crazy is it since the last time the Dallas Cowboys were in the Super Bowl? How crazy is it that doormat teams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won a Super Bowl, literally fell off the face of the earth, have rebuilt the team, and are on the cusp of going back to a Super Bowl? How is it that the Rams, another team that was always, kind of close but never there, got there, won a Super Bowl, became trash, goes to another Super Bowl, and challenged for another one? How crazy is it that New Orleans, another team that was bottom of basement, the team that originally made the bag over their heads, won a Super Bowl, stayed mediocre, so what? And then the last 3 years, challenged in the playoffs. And then during that time, we never got past the divisional round. And how is it now that the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns, who lost the franchise, that moved to Baltimore, that won 2 Super Bowls, now rebirth that they're in a conference championship? We as Cowboy fans, we ain't got nothing to hang our hat on. I'm sorry, Jerry Jones. You look at the last 25 years of all the teams that got good, got bad, got good again. Hell, the Eagles finally won one. And yet, we've been stuck in mediocrity. And we have to look back at the players changing, the coaches changing. The one consistent thing is Jerry Jones. And the thing that drives you crazy is when you think of players like Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, where the Cowboys kind of said, meh, he's not that good a player out of college. Meh, we don't want him as a free agent. You see that guy balling out, seeing what a safety does for a team, something that the Cowboys haven't thought much of in forever. Defensive tackle, seeing big men in the middle that are making differences for team. Cowboys, meh, don't really care. Now, shout out to my man, Skywalker Steele. This morning, he's doing a live stream right now, and they're talking about defensive tackles. And here's what was funny, because we were live streaming yesterday. Shout out to everybody who watched our live stream. I know it's not fun because, Cowboys aren't playing. Your heart really isn't in it. You're kind of falling asleep. I saw John literally dozing off yesterday. And FYI, my man John, DMV, Dallas Cowboys, he's doing breakdowns of player stuff, doing a great job and stuff. His channel is still growing and things like that. We're doing a little challenge with him. You remember last week I took the chip challenge, right? Where it literally burned out my insides. Yeah, it literally burned them out. That chip is hell. John's going to do that chip challenge once he gets to 5,000 subscribers. So it's my mission that I don't want to be in pain and misery by myself. I want to see somebody else have that inflicted scope. So go to my man DMV Dallas Cowboys and subscribe to it, and we'll do it live. That chip challenge, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. But anyway, we were going through the game and stuff, and, we have the usual trolls out there that are saying, why are you going to pay Dak Prescott? Because Andy Dalton won more games. Dak Prescott, 1-3, all the yardage and touchdowns he was doing, he wasn't the reason that Dak Prescott couldn't get those wins. Well, okay, hold up. I don't try to argue with the trolls too much because it's like talking to a brick wall. Andy Dalton, he did okay. for being a backup quarterback in the situation with the terrible offensive line, running back that wasn't where he used to be, you couldn't expect a whole lot in a COVID year coming to a new team. I'm not disregarding what Andy Dalton did, but you have to understand that for some reason, some of you people are like, screw Dak Prescott, let him walk. You're 8-8 with him. Andy Dalton won more games. Forget about him. Well, let's go back here for a second at least. Let's go back to the games that we were playing against, because we're talking about the Rams, Seattle, Arizona, teams that we were playing against that had winning records in playoffs versus teams like the 49ers and Cincinnati and the Giants, okay? There's a little bit of a difference there in the competition you're playing, because when you score 39, 40 points and you lose a game, 39, 40 points and you lose a game, as opposed to the other team only scoring 7 points like against the 49ers, it's not the quarterback, it's actually the defense. You could take Andy Dalton and put him in place of those games that we lost with Dak Prescott. Andy Dalton's not winning those games either. But here's the thing, as I go back to the biggest problems for the Dallas Cowboys, I think back to the game yesterday. I want to slide this up here. Let me pull this up here for a second. Let's go back to the New Orleans game yesterday against the Saints. People will go through and say, Tom Brady is the GOAT. It's because they got Tom Brady. Why didn't we sign up for Tom Brady? Tom Brady won that game. Tom Brady's going to the conference championship. Tom Brady, of course. That's all you need. But in reality, it's crazy, because I want you to take a look here at the numbers. I want you to take a look at the numbers. Tampa Bay had 316 yards. New Orleans, 294. Talking about 22 yards difference in total yardage. Passing game. Tampa Bay, as bad as Drew Brees played, Tampa Bay had 1 yard less passing. 1 yard less passing. Rushing yards, 127 to 104, right? Yards per play. New Orleans actually had more yards per play. But when you look at these numbers, it's even. It's even. You can't say that Tom Brady, lapped the field over Drew Brees. Quite frankly, both of them are under 200 yards passing. It wasn't actually a great day by either guy. But here's the thing that is the difference, and that we don't seem to get as fans. Look, bottom line. New Orleans, 1 fumble, 3 interceptions. Turnovers. I mean, literally, what you have to do as a defense is,
I need that ball. Get me the ball.
You need the ball.
Get me the ball.
Get you the ball.
Are you going to get me the ball?
I'll get you the ball.
you got to get me the ball. Turnovers are king in football. I don't know how else to impress upon you the difference it makes. You get that takeaway. You're going to have a short field. The defense, they're running on the field not knowing what's being called. They're not ready. The advantage switches automatically to the offense on a takeaway. It can be as much as a 14-point swing. You can have momentum. You can have momentum. You can be ready to rock and roll, and a pick six goes the other way. 101 yards. Instead of you getting a touchdown and 7 points, the other team now has got a touchdown and is feeling really, really good. 14-point swings. That, my friends, is the difference of winning and losing. You can go through and say Dak sucks, but on pace through the first 6 games of the season, we were on pace to break the NFL record of only 7 takeaways in a season, which is held by the San Francisco 49ers. The last 4 games of the season, we got 12. And it's no accident that all of a sudden we started winning games. Well, one, the competition was down to our level, but those takeaways are the difference in winning and losing. And herein lies the problem for the Dallas Cowboys. All these years, they've gone through and they've gone for the sizzle. We've gone for outside pass rushers. We've gone for linebackers. We've gone for wide receivers and things. But the reality is that ball hawking safety, that guy like the honey badger that the Cowboys say, meh, on. That defensive tackle that doesn't sell a lot of jerseys, that's down in the weeds, that people are kind of like, who cares? That one technique guy that never goes in the first round, those are the kinds of guys that make the difference in winning and losing in football. Because that defensive tackle gets that push up the middle, forces that quarterback to throw the ball before he wants to, gets his hands in his face so he can't see it, disrupts everything, keeps the linebackers clean. If the Dallas Cowboys want to get deep in the playoffs and have a chance to be in a conference championship game, they have got to focus in on that defensive middle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You must focus on the defensive middle. And if there's one thing that Jerry has not done, when he says, I'll sign the check, I'll do anything. Well, you need to sign a check on a safety. You need to sign a check on a big, and I'm not talking an old guy. I need a young, healthy, strong. I need Gallimore 2.0 with experience. All right, y'all. Make sure you sub up to my man DMV Dallas Cowboys because I want to see him burn, baby, burn. Yes, I want to see him burn. I want to see him burn. All right, y'all. I want y'all to have a great day, and we'll be here actually doing some work in the workshop. So we may do an afternoon workshop live stream if anybody's game, of course. And I'll see you then. Have a great day and be safe. Oh, and don't forget, it's Monday, our live stream Monday night, 9 o'clock Eastern. See you there.